All right, so in this decode, I am going to break down the Seattle Storm, their game with the 7-point victory against the Las Vegas Aces. You see right here, February 20th. Now, since that game, they picked up a 10-point victory at home versus the New York Liberty on Sunday, 89-79, and a loss on Tuesday. Was that Tuesday? It looks like Tuesday, a loss to the Fever. It says yesterday, and it's Wednesday as I record right now. So you see right there a loss to the Indiana Fever. So we're highlighting this game right here with the 7-point victory over the Aces. Friday, June 20th. And you see Nneka. Is it Nneka?
Ogwumike. Nneka Ogwumike.
Nneka Ogwumike. I've heard of her before. She's got sisters too, right? She's got some sisters too. Nneka Ogwumike has 25 points and 12 rebounds. Diggins scores 24 to help the Storm beat the Aces 90-83. So that's Skylar Diggins, her teammate right here. This is interesting that she played for the Mercury as well. That's just interesting because there's been so much Phoenix going on with these trending stories. Kevin Durant gets traded by the Suns. Sophie Cunningham, they're saying, is like an enforcer for Caitlin Clark on Indiana. She had like that mini brawl, if you want to call it, according to today's standards. She was a member of the Mercury, right? Sophie S, Skylar S, Sky and they're both former Mercury players. Mercury, Sky. There's also a team, the WNBA, called the Chicago Sky. Durant gets traded to the Rockets, right? You got it's weird, isn't it? Rockets, Mercury, Sky, in the NBA, the Suns. Skylar Diggins. Remember, Hulk Hogan was connected to the FedEx founder who died. They got the same birthday. Was it his wife that had the name Sky? Right? And I discovered that in that breakdown. You can go check that out. So, anyways, this is the June 20th Friday game with this breakdown. Ogwumike, 25 points, 12 rebounds. Skylar Diggins, interesting last name, 24 points to help the Storm out here. Wait until you see these. Wait until you see these connections that I have. And here's the full name, Skylar Kiera Diggins. I'm not sure if I even entered that in the calculator. She was drafted 3rd overall by the Tulsa Shock. And that's, do I have a Ogwumike? No, I don't. Let me pull up Nneka. It looks like Nneka Ogwumike. And you're going to have to forgive me if I mispronounce the name. Nneka. Right here. She was drafted by the Sparks 1st overall in the 2012 draft. Okay. And an endorsement deal with Nike soon after. Okay. So let me put that full name before I continue. I'm going to put the full name in the calculator here for Skylar. Look at, she's got the 217 right here. She's got the 217 in the ABC 123 cipher. That's Michael Jordan's birthday. February 17. Look, Skylar Diggins like Michael Air Jordan. Isn't that amazing? We were just talking about Mercury, Suns, right? Rockets with the Durant trade from the Suns to the Rockets. Isn't that amazing? Is it the Houston Comets, the WNBA team as well? Don't forget the Chicago Sky in the WNBA. Michael Air Jordan. You see that connection right there? Jordan also has that 100. Jordan also has that 100 right there. You see that? And look at that 26, because when I pulled up this story on accident, if I can find it right here, Ogwumike has 26, and then Diggins adds 20 to help the Storm beat the Liberty right there. And I think again that was the game. That was the game on the 22nd there. So that was the follow up game to our Storm Aces game here. And remember, the Fever beat the Storm by 8 points, and that was Tuesday, the 24th. Okay. So check this out. Look at this. So Nneka, you see the spelling with the two N's, but that's what she goes by. Check that out. In the reverse cipher, look at that. 90. And that's like the first name or whatever, or that's what she goes by. Look at 90 in reverse, and she's born in 1990. Also, Skylar Diggins, born in 90. And the Aces pick up that victory Friday, scoring 90 points. Check that out. Isn't that amazing? I mean, that's to me. I think that is undeniably scripted right there. Just let that sink in a little bit. Check that out. Then Nneka 90. They're both born in 90. They're featured. They seem to be top players on their team. That's what it looks like, anyways. As the follow up game, they both contribute very well. And they win, scoring 90 points on Friday, and they're both born in 90. And Nneka Ogwumike is the first player they mention. Her name equals freaking 90. You can add up this score to this game. You get 173. 90 plus 83. 173. That's the 40th prime number. Both of their first, Ogwumike, the last name, 40. Skylar, 40. And check out how close their names are here. So that's their actual first name. Nemkati, Chinwe, Victoria Ogwumike. 154. Skylar Diggins, 155. Can you believe that they wear 4 and 3 on their jerseys? And this game was 43 days before Skylar Diggins' birthday? I'm seeing it right here in front of my eyes. That's a 44-day span, okay? So it's 43 days. This victory over the Aces, 43 days before Skylar Diggins' birthday. But if you include the game and the birthday, it's a 44-day span. Seattle equals 44. And Skylar Diggins has the JD Vance birthday, it looks like, on the fly. JD Vance, remember, it was a Vance character who bang, 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 pow, powed the two Minnesota lawmakers. Notice how that was Vance Belter or whatever. But look, this is the VP to Trump. JD, VP, Vance, V. Look, he's age 40 right now. Check that out. He is age 40. And Ogwumike and Skylar equal 40. Look at that. Same birthday as Skylar Diggins, August 2nd. Of course he's 40 years old, man. Of course he's 40. Peep that right there. He's also born in 84. Arizona equals 84. Remember, Skylar Diggins played for the Phoenix Mercury at one point? Hey, that's amazing that Ogwumike has Mike in it. Look at right there, like Michael Jordan, and then Skylar Diggins. Remember her full name? Remember her full name had 217? Right there, Michael Jordan's birthday, 2/17, and then Jordan equals 100. Isn't that awesome right there? Sky like Air Jordan. And then Ogwumike with the mic in her name. That's wild. Jordan keeps popping up. I had two breakdowns to choose from which one to present first. I wanted to do this one because there was already two follow-up games for this team. But the next breakdown that I do, it's all connected to Michael Jordan as well. Like 90%, 95% of the slides are connected to Jordan in the next breakdown as well. So here you go again, right? And remember the finals just wrapped up, so it might kind of be that energy lingering with the NBA and all of the history with Michael Jordan, with all of his championships and all of his playoff success, right? So you see there's more MJ energy lingering here. And don't forget, there's been a lot of Seattle in the news in my algorithm anyways. Don't forget OKC won the NBA championship and they originated in Seattle as the Seattle Supersonics. Don't forget that. So we're getting a lot of these Seattle Storm decodes and a lot of Seattle energy popping up. So that's kind of wild. Now, you can see the 44-day span from the game to Skylar Diggins' birthday. From start to end. That's the same as 1 month, 14 days, and Las Vegas Aces, the opponent Friday, 114 in ordinal. And since we're speaking of Michael Jordan, LeBron James also equals 114 to sync up with that 1 month, 14-day span. So LeBron James obviously connected to Michael Jordan, and you see he's got 114 in ordinal right there to go with this 1 month, 14-day span. This is completely insane because look at that's also the same as 6 weeks, 2 days. So all of these numbers land. That's the same as 6 weeks, 2 days. So that's a 6-week, 2-day span from the game to Skylar Diggins' birthday. Jordan also equals 62 and 26. You see that? And remember, the full name for Skylar Diggins has the 100. Check that out. Jordan's got the 62. And that also connects here. JD Vance is born in Ohio. Wow, I didn't know JD stood for. Look at this. He was born James Donald. Look at that. Are you kidding me? And he's the VP to Donald Trump? That's news to me. I just caught that. That is stupid. God, that's stupid. I'm going to have to let Richard West know that. Shout out to Richard West Decodes. His link is on this homepage. God damn it, Richard. Are you there? Look at that, man. Look, James, like LeBron James, with the Skylar Diggins birthday connected in this breakdown. Isn't LeBron born in 84 as well? How wild is this? Dude's 40. Ogwumike equals 40. Was it Skylar that equaled 40? JD Vance, same birthday as Skylar. Born in Ohio. LeBron James born in Ohio. Dude, this is wild. This is wild. LeBron's age 40 as well. Born in Ohio, man. What a wild connection. And then the 114 to connect with LeBron James right there. Wow, JD Vance. J is for James, and he was born James Donald. Changing it to James David. Is that what it said? Wow. Look at this. I mean, Skylar Diggins' birthday, 8-2. Nneka Ogwumike's birthday, her teammate, 7-2 birthday. 8-2, 7-2. Did she play for the Sparks? You get like a LA LeBron connection there. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but that does kind of look like a LA Sparks jersey there too, doesn't it? But look at the birthdays, 8-2, 7-2. And you see Skylar Diggins syncs up with the opponent for the Aces on Friday. Look at that. Aces has 2-8. And even Seattle's got 8-2. So she syncs up with her team, Seattle. Remember, her birthday is 8-2. Or you could say the second day of the 8th month. So she syncs up with Aces. She syncs up with Seattle. Nneka's got the 27 in reverse reduction. That's her birthday, the second day of the 7th month. So the birthdays syncing up with the names, syncing up with the game. When you run the birthdays, it's all the language. You know, you get, obviously, you're born on a certain day. You're maybe named a name by your parent. But, you know, sometimes when you go in and if you're a female, you give birth, it can be manipulated when you know, when you're going to give birth, right? Sometimes, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, and you'll be, they'll put you under and you don't know what they're doing, right? That may be a stretch, no pun intended. But I don't think it's a stretch, right? I think it can be controlled. But, anyways, even if it's not controlled, I think you could be born on a certain day. And then a lot of the things that just pop up in your life, I think, could be based by the numbers. That's just my opinion. And you see Namkati, Chinwe, Victoria, Nneka Ogwumike. Now, Nneka would be what she goes by, but when you look up on Wikipedia, it'll show the name like that. You even get 172 to sync up with her birthday, 7/2. Isn't that wild? That's just completely wild. Okay, and remember, Ogwumike's got 25. Diggins scores 24 to help the Storm beat the Aces Friday. And you see that her name right there, how they put it. This game, not a coincidence, 12 days before Ogwumike's birthday. And Ogwumike equals 112. She gets 12 rebounds to go with the 25 points. Her name, how they listed again right there. You see how they list it with the nickname in there? 379 ABC 123. I mean, this is a song they taught us. Memorize the alphabet. 379, that's the 75th prime number. Big game against the Las Vegas Aces. Las Vegas Aces equals 75. What do you think about that? I can't get over how you got Mike in her name and then Skylar Diggins' full name 217 like Michael Jordan's birthday in the language. 100 like Jordan. That's amazing. Amazing. So I'm just going to leave this picture up here. And I think the Bulls had a victory over the Seattle Supersonics, if I'm not mistaken, in one of their championships with MJ. That might have been like a lost and forgotten championship as well, if that's possible, right? So that is amazing. Gabby Williams had 18 and 12 for her first career double-double. And Erica Wheeler scored 10 of her 17 points in the fourth quarter for Seattle. Jackie Young led the Aces with 22 points, and Asia Wilson, who returned from a 3-game absence, added 22 points and 14 rebounds. Rookie Aaliyah Nye scored a season-high 13. The Aces have lost 3 straight for the first time this season, and just the second since the Storm swept Las Vegas in the best-of-5 2020 NBA Finals. Let's pull up the Aces and see what they've been doing lately. So they're 9th. It looks like they play today, which today is Wednesday as I'm recording. Look, they play hosting the Connecticut Sun. So you get that Sun, Phoenix Suns energy. Don't forget KD traded by the Phoenix Suns. Skylar Diggins used to play for the Mercury, kind of the counterpart of the Phoenix Suns. With a lot of this sky energy going on, right? So you see, wow. So you see the game, which is today versus the Sun. You see they had an 8-point victory over the Fever, and then the Fever just defeated the Seattle Storm. So you see how these teams just kind of all intertwine here. So we'll have to see what happens in the game today, which is Wednesday, versus the Sun. So pretty wild. This is super wild. I love doing this. I mean, this is amazing. It's going to be repetitive, y'all. I need to get the information out into the universe. Okay? It needs to get out into the universe. Jewel Lloyd had 15 points for Vegas in this Friday game, June 20th, against the Storm. And that's her former team as well. The number one overall pick by Seattle in the 2015 WNBA draft helped the Storm win 2 titles and was a 6-time WNBA All-Star during her 10 seasons with the team before she requested a trade last offseason. So there's that 2-6. Helped the Storm win 2 titles and was a 6-time WNBA All-Star. So you get that 2 and the 6. Jordan equals 26. We're coming up on the year 26. You got Mike in Ogwumike's name. And the Storm also beat Vegas 102 to 82 on May 25th. And the Aces beat Seattle 75 to 70. Remember, Las Vegas Aces equals 75 on June 1st. So look, the Storm beat the Las Vegas May 25th. Is that the anniversary of George Floyd's death? And they mentioned Lloyd right here. like Floyd, Jewel Lloyd. And then within the same sentence, you get a George Floyd connection. George Floyd death date. Look, May 25th. May 25th, right there. Floyd like Jewel Lloyd. And they mentioned George Floyd's death anniversary right there as they mention Jewel Lloyd, who used to be a member of the Storm, now a member of the Aces. Isn't that wild? Here's Jewel Lloyd. I'm afraid to look at her birthday. She's got the Travis Kelce birthday, it looks like. Is he still a member of the Kansas City Chiefs? She's got that Travis Kelce birthday right there. Look at her nickname, the Gold Mamba. So a lot of Kobe energy going on as well, especially with these WNBA players. That's wild. The Gold Mamba with that Travis Kelce birthday. She's got the 24 on her jersey there. Remember Kobe wore 24 as well as 8. Kobe Bryant Day is the 24th day of August. So I think we're good. And remember this game from Friday the 20th, as there has been action since then. And you see these players highly trending for the Storm. They got that other big game against the Liberty there. So pretty wild. Pretty wild, y'all. So, I mean, those connections, what do y'all think about those connections? Let me know. I'm glad to see Richard West. The algorithm is pumping him some subscribers. As all of this stuff is just, in my opinion, just they give us the same thing with me. Like it'll say I have a few hundred or whatever, but it's just me and Richard West that go back and forth. And then it seems like there's a AI comment every now and then. It seems like you just earn your subscriber count number. And they just like, it's just like an algorithm that gives you the number count. It's like there's not that many people, because if there was, there would be more comments. You know what I mean? So it's just like a number game. You could tell it's AI bot comments that'll be in there. They try to discourage you. So you got to like semi be mature when you do this. You can't get your feelings hurt online. That's why they bring up like the online bullying thing. It's kind of like bots that will attack you and stuff. But, I must be mentally tough. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But look at the script, man. Pretty wild. A lot of MJ connections. Ogwumike, 25 points, 12 rebounds. Diggins scores 24 to help the Storm beat the Aces by 7 points, 90 to 83. Remember, this was Friday, June 20th. There's always more. I'm going to leave it there. Again, I appreciate being able to do this. If we can find out a way to, I'm not going to sell out to put this out. I'm going to put this out the way I can put this out and the way I want to, and that is not gatekeeping any information. But if there would be a way to get paid for this, because it is a gift, it is a talent that we have, a natural organic way for us to pick up some side bucks doing this. Now it is kind of cringe when you hear that with dealing with the truth, but if you can do it without being censored, that would be amazing. And I will put that energy out there, because that would be amazing. We do put time into doing this, and that would be awesome. But again, I'm not selling out to do that. I don't want to sell out to do that, right? So I'll just continue to do what I do. This is a passion. I appreciate it. I appreciate being able to do this on YouTube. Obviously, it is a gift and it is a curse, which I have said before, but I guess it's a positive curse. Until next time, peace.